The date for Member of Parliament election is 17th July 2025. Date for LOC 5 election, chairperson, councillors and municipal seated division mayors is 24th July. The joint campaigns will end on 15th and no campaigns will be entertained after that. We shall use voter registers where they are ready. We are fighting to kick time, but we know by that time we shall have voter registers. We have a few issues which are in-house, but we are handling. We shall use new ones. The old ones have been withdrawn, and they are here. And in any district where the old ones exist, please, we shall not use the old ones. The roadmap for these electoral activities is what I've talked about, that we have this election as scheduled for 15th. So anyone who has released the contrary, that's not us. Will we vote? Yes, the people are in the villages. Is the Electoral Commission prepared? Yes, we have documents which validate an election. DRA forms are ready. The staff are ready to go. The materials have been purchased. You could even fence the other tent. If you go back, you'll look at materials in the other tent. Transport is about. The staff will be coming for a meeting at 2. And the members of NRM will vote. Where there are hitches here and there, we shall sort on ground. We are not perfect, but we are moving there. I thank you. Now, Karamoja. Election for Karamoja will start at 9, not 12. Actually, let me talk about the time for this election. And the procedure. All districts will start electoral process at 10 a.m. except Karamoja region. The Karamoja region, elections will start at 9 and of course end at 11. Now all other parts of Uganda, the village assembly will start at 10. We have tried to get megaphones for some districts which are very large, or some villages which are very large, so that they use it for calling the members to the assembly. All assembly for election starts at 10. By 11, the roll call of voters should be on. The real lining up behind the candidates will start at midday. No election shall go beyond 2 p.m. in any part of Uganda. Election will end by 2 p.m. to avoid people running from one village to disrupt election in the other village. I must warn that candidates are warned that you are not going to ferry voters. No one should carry voters because the voters live in those villages. Wherever we find a fault with the election, we shall cancel and repeat because the people are alive. Whenever we find fault of a candidate creating impasse in an electoral process, we shall disqualify the candidate. And then the candidate, we shall suspend election, disqualify the candidate, and the candidate can appeal to the tribunal, which will be said to handle the elections. You have been rumoring here and there. The voter register is in process. The Secretariat is doing the voter register. They will hand over to us, and we go to elect. I want to say, voting by proxy is not allowed. Standing by proxy is not allowed. Lining up is the order in all voting. It's now raining too much, and the rain starts at 11. The rain there is unique. It starts 11, 11:30, and ends at 6. And I'm saying this with authority. Apart from that, Karamoja still has nomadic pastoralism, to the extent that if you delay, you will not find the voters. They will have moved away to graze their cattle, even in the neighboring country. Like if in Amodat, the time you look for them, you'll find they are in Kenya. And they start grazing after 11. So we are aware of this because we've been doing this election for some years. I think 3/4 of the registers are ready. We are proofreading them, but we have faults here and there. Like any process of a register, this is never clean. Register. For all this time, it has been membership. But now it is voters register. For avoidance of doubt, the voters register and the membership is under Naham or Jale, Madina. So other detailed questions you can ask about these other processes which were there. We have not, yes. I want to say we are in the process. We are not 100% perfect. Our registers in most of, I can say, Ankole, Greater Ankole is done, Bunyoro is done. There are few regions which are not yet done. How will it affect us? Yes, it will affect us. How will we manage? We shall manage in the field. Why? Because we are late, and we must have elections on Thursday. I'm a Christian who looks to the future with the positive. I look to the future with the positive, and my positive is that we shall have registers. We have had a bit of problems here and there, like every other political party, but we are handling. And that's why I'm saying some of these questions over that one asked, there's a director called Naham, the super director. You can ask her those questions. Don't ask me. Ask me register of voting. We shall not have maximum time. We should have trained them 3 days, 4 before elections, but we shall squeeze that program. We shall see how we squeeze the program, and we'll make sure by tomorrow there's some training. We are going to communicate to the DEOs to train the sub-county even before we reach. No, we have to manage. At the end, we must have a free and fair election. All is that I'll suspend them and dismiss many. We have already reshuffled registers in 67 districts, if you didn't know. In 67 districts, we've thrown away registers. You see? That shows you we are ready to throw away more. Even now from here, I'm going to sign some letters recruiting some new registers. I'm going to recruit a new register in Ruchiga. I'm going to recruit a new register in Bugweri. I'm also going to suspend 14 sub-county registers. And election will go on. We've already changed register in Jinja City. We've also done a change in Tororo County political district, where the register could not count figures easily. So we could not manage an election. So we changed it. Now the idea we have, the irony we have, is that some politicians even demonstrate to keep inefficient staff in office. And we want to call upon all politicians not to demonstrate when we make our changes. The changes are going to be radical. We have 1 day to go. We are going to experiment. If we remove you, will the country end? The voter location slip is one of the methods wanted, one of the stopgap measures wanted to use. We printed for MPs and those who came here for nomination, but because of time and financial constraints, we have not been able to print out for all. About the unopposed, I'll answer after the election of 17th. You are so in a letter of complaint, but we cannot sort everything at the same time. We are aware that there's a bit of that politics of bad manners. And it is not only restricted to Baralege. There are other areas. So the commission is going to handle, but we've issued warning. And the police has issued warning to Odongo Oto and other politicians of the opposition that they should not meddle in NRM activities. We would need time, but we have time now. Whatever we can do, we are going to do. I want to call upon the masses not to be desperate. Whatever we can do, we are going to do within our means. Otherwise, I thank you.
For clarifying the air, because there were a lot of rumors that the elections have been postponed, but we are going to have this election for members of parliament on Thursday, 17th. And those who are candidates, your supporters, well-wishers, please prepare that the elections will take place on the 17th as per the guidelines issued by the NRM Electoral Commission. About the issue of register you are talking about, we have a register. We have used this register. You remember we have used it to elect our structure members. We have used it for all the other elections of the party. So the register is there and is now being transported to all the districts, and by tomorrow they will be in the sub-counties and in the villages. So if you are a candidate, don't fail because you think there is no register. You'll fail at your own. You will have a register in the village, and we shall strictly use the registers to elect our leaders. If you are not in the register, you will not participate. And the election is through lining up within a specific time, and the details are with the Electoral Commission. We've got reports of our members using religion, tribal sentiments, violence, abusive languages, use of a lot of money. We would like to warn them, because these are issues which are against the party doctrine, party policies. We have compiled them, we know them. We know the districts which are highly affected. We know the culprits. We know the individuals involved in this. We are warning you because if these matters get to the tribunal, we shall have evidence against you. And even if you win, but winning wrongly, I am sure the Electoral Commission will not recommend that the party gives you the flag. Because our party flag is a very expensive flag. We don't give our party flags to people who have questionable manners and characters. So we are profiling our candidates. So be warned that if you are involved in all these things we are talking about, you might win, but you might not have the flag. The preserve of handing over the flag is with the party. So we do not want someone to bastardize our flag by his wrong manners and his wrong behaviors. That we should put on record. And the party will crack the whip, and we know the culprits, we have their list, we have their areas. And we are warning them to restrain. Finally, Thursday might be a bit heavy because we are going to have 2 elections in a village, for constituency member of parliament and for the district woman member of parliament. We call upon our party members to be civil. Their supporters to respect each other. We do not want a situation where our supporters are turning against each other and fighting each other, like what was happening in other constituencies that we have been able to see. We invite the party chairman, the party leadership at all levels to be vigilant in this process. Be active, but keep your hands out of election matters. Election matters are matters of Electoral Commission. There are district registrars, there are sub-county registrars, there are parish registrars, and village registrars. You, as a party leader, be concerned, be vigilant, but don't tamper with electoral matters. Let the commission do its work. Thank you so much, and that is what I have to say.
Election, district women will be voted first, then constituency MPs follow. That's what we shall use for Thursday election. I thank you, and go and interpret what we've said in your languages. The newspaper, NRM will have elections on Thursday.
With the registers.
NRM will have election on Thursday, and one of the instruments of that election is the register. I'm going to crack the whip. The commission is going to crack the whip. I was being polite. Now let me go to the Rio Tango Doi. To put NRM members in order, they will come, they will assemble, their names will be read. If there are 1 or 2 villages with a problem, those problems will be handled. And like I've said, making a register is not easy. There are always ups and downs. We are sorting out the downs so that we remain up. And I'm sure the Electoral Commission, by tomorrow, will be training some officials in the field. What is missing? The date for election. Which is that date now, which is known? 17th. Will the candidates come? They are ready. We want detractors in Mubende. Detractors in Mubende. Detractors in Sembabule. Detractors in Tororo County. Detractors in Rampara, because we've heard what they are planning to do. We warn them. We warn them. They are not above the law. We are going to handle our situation according to what we know of a free and fair election. The rumors which you had started with, and you circulated the whole night to discredit this commission which I had, should go down with you. Saboteurs who don't want us to succeed, you will go down in your own movie. The commission will do all it takes within the means to have a credible election. The register, which I said will be used, yes, could be have a problem, one or two. Those problems will not stop election from going place. But where you disrupt elections, election will be called off. When you disrupt it intentionally, because your name is not on the register, and yet you know, you even didn't vote in the structures, even you know that we don't have any addition, the police will deal with you. I want to call upon everybody in the party to leave the Electoral Commission do its work. If you want to give assistance where we've requested for. Don't stand on our way. The commissioners are here. We have had 4 meetings this morning. And we've known who is going to do what, who is planning what. That's why I was a bit sketchy to know whether you are following me. Monitor newspaper, election will be there tomorrow, on Thursday. Registers will be there by Thursday. With or without your support, as a monitor, we shall have elections.
But we need the support.
I will say it. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, Noah.
Yeah, I think in fact we answered it, but just for clarity, and the SG also spoke about it. Now, when you talk about the detractors during the process of your primaries, we've seen many times where
It's on 17th, Thursday. Okay? All rumors and phone calls about election date should stop, because we have a lot to do. Thank you very much. Kulonda zijja kubaayo nga 17 ku Thursday. Bade mulowooza nti tujja kukyusa. Tujja kukyusa. Tujja kulonda oba kijja kije. Fenga Electoral Commission tuli ready. Bale tuneyo bizibuzibu ne register. Naye nga Secretary General explained, eyo tujja gimaliriza. Tujja gisortinga. Tugende mu buterevu. Tulonde. Mu 2020 tetubadde ne register. Ate tubadde mu commission. Tufunyeyo ababaka nga flag bearers 336. Mwenga banup muli wano mufunyeyo bameka. Kati nga Electoral Commission tetwagala detractors. Mutuleke tukoleyo ebyafe. Tukoleyo election eno mu buterevu. Mwebale nnyo, mwebale ddala. Tujja kutandika kulonda nga sawa 4. Tujja kutandika ne baraza. Mukulu wange tujja kutandika ne baraza nga ssaawa 4 naye ssaawa 5 roll call. Oba toli mu register tojja kulonda. Karamoja tujja kutandika ssaawa 3 lwakuba bo bakyalundayo ente ate batambula nnyo nga balunda. Tujja kutandika ssaawa 3 tukomere ddala nga ssaawa 5 naye mu Uganda yonna tujja kutandika ne roll call ku ssaawa 4 5 election wa lining up mabega wa mugongo zitandika ssaawa 6 zikoma ssaawa 8. Teri kushuka, teri kuferinga bantu, teri buvuyo. Ba candidates mukozese identification slip nga ident card. Let candidates carry their identification slips and use it as ident cards when voting. Kati tugenda mu meeting ya team lwakuba tujja team yaffe electoral commission team will leave today. Enkya tubereyo mu constituencies mu kyalo, omanyi tulonda mu kyalo. Mwebale nnyo. Tulina ne poliisi tujja bakwata abamagye mubere aside. Tulinayo poliisi tujja bakozesa ate tujja banyweza. Yes, register ziri ready ekifo nyingi 95%. Kati tujja kukwatagana ne secretariat tukole nankana mangu nnyo tujoke tugende mu kyalo. Abali muki 18 million 18.4 million bado obuuza biki
okugulirira abalonzi abagulirira abalonzi
bribing abalonzi tujja ba disqualifying. Ku luno electoral commission eyinza kubeera mukambwe nnyo ku irregularities tujja ba disqualifying bagende mu kooti tukwatagane mu kooti. We shall deal with those bribing voters head on. Please, big people, small people, election is at ground zero for everybody. Okay? We are all the same. We shall start at ground zero. We shall make sure that we ensure that everybody is served by our staff. What about our staff who mess up election? We have devised a new system. We shall get the results from the polling station. And other declaration, second declaration will be at the district. There's no declaration of results at the parish or at the sub-county. There's no declaration. If you tamper with the DRF form from the village on its way to the district, we have already devised our secret means which will handle that. Are we sure that we are going to be fair to everybody? Yes. Because in NRM election, we start at ground zero. Do we have registrars who are bad-mannered? Yes. Because they are part of a bad society where they come from. But we shall handle them. Do we have anything for security? That's our internal device. Our DRF forms have not leaked by any inch. And anyone who plans to bring DRF forms which are fake, we shall deal with you immediately. The DRF forms used in a village called Kisoko will not qualify to be used in a village called Dida. I can confirm that to you. We have DRF forms for all candidates, and no candidate should be denied DRF form. Every candidate must have 2 agents, and they must write to the commission that these are our agents. And those agents must demand for DRF forms duly filled and signed at the end of an election. They should not sign it before election results are posted. They should sign them once the results have been posted and they are sure those are the results. They sign and demand for their copy. Candidates, don't flog the headquarters here complaining about DRF forms. We have made sure we have made over 800,000 DRA forms for the 72,000 villages. Even if you are 25 candidates for one position, all of you have DRA forms. So demand for your right, demand that you have a DRA form. Demand does not mean you disrupt election. Demand for it and make sure they give you. Don't follow us up to here when you have failed even to appoint agents at the polling stations. Where are we voting the press? At the village. How many villages? 72,000 villages of Uganda. At what time are they voting? From 12 to 2. Lining behind candidates. Are we going to allow everybody like 2020? No. They read your name, you go to assembly point, and you vote. If you don't present this properly, then I don't know what President Museveni has not done to you. They have given you even free education. Huh? Declaration at the district must not go beyond 233. Because if you have collected DRA forms, declare the winner. At worst, 4 p.m. We are not going beyond 4 p.m. We have tried our candidates, we have tried our registrars, they can do it. Is that okay? Are you satisfied? Why don't you go and relay this information to the doubting Thomases? Huh? Mbushi. Declaration form, buli candidate abereyo ne ba agents babiri mu polling station. So si bano bakanyama babiri mu buli polling station. Mujja kufuna yo declaration form buli candidate mu agent wo assigninge ku declaration form nga bamanze kuteeka mu results. To signinga nga teri results mu DRA form. Ate declaration of winners tujja kukozesa district registrar lwakuba by sawa 10 nga biwed nga bagenda mu celebrations. Mwebale nnyo mwebale ddala. Era mutuuke bulungi. Museveni awangale.
Akaruru ko kuronda abamemba ba parliament lekeja kuterwa 2017 tandika shaha inazo mukasheshe kusya sha 8 shahina n'abantu kwerundana sha 5 kweta amazina sha mukaga futero nyiriri kandi tuza kurenza sha 8 okwiyaho mucweke cya Karamoja y'abantu bingi bari yabarisa abo ntujya kutandika sha 3 kandi bo teze sha 5. Ecya kabiri akaruru kijya kuterwa nikakozesa register ejo zahikiro mu districts ezindi ziro zitambura ahistaka ikire byaza kurenga erizoba ninga bakancyara mu kasheshe niziba zahikireyo. Ecya kashatu plan yiti nko kwe bireri eyo kuteza karuru niko na hatetebeke ine bagira ngo niyo wategana santu kwihamu kandi nangwa no bakujya ngo waramu okwese orukujukuju nabo ntujya kwihamu. Ecya katano buri muntu yesimbire ashemira kurangu yagira urupapura urukoreka ruzarusize ningo rwo kweta declaration of results form kandi oruwondo rujya kwijuzibwa ahi baterera karura ha cyaro kandi buri muntu agire ba agent babiramo kumucicerera. Rero okubara aheze kutera karuru bejuze mpapurezo barebe ngo mpapurezo buryomo yesimbere yatunga horwe kandi tusigaze horwitu orutiragira district tukarangirira wasinga no wamukura tanundi cyo kubyagenda. Ecano abantu amano bagira ngo tuza kutera koso papuro kweta declaration slip singa konka tukabuhereza abantu besimbaho okworeka ngo bari mu register nambo erimo bakwesimbaho iwogenda akapapura kawe ayizobe ya karuru. Rero kubara akarebe bajya kwishiza kutera karuru abandi mwena register amazina garumu mujya kukireba ubona tibyo abamwe abutinda hindwiremo abo kugira ngo babire batugambire bakwatagine nabo kwesimba kwenda kutwaza kubakarura nabo takahindura mu nti yakubahindura echo ntwe no mucyetegereza so abamwe bateka mu nja kutwaza mutyo mucyebwe cyakana echa mukaga empapureze sikutereraho itwandikaho ebyarwo mu karuru nobu wakwenda kuruhindura turabasi aboko rupapura n'urugenda ha cyaro specifically kandi ruhandikire cyaro ninge namba y'cyaro so to kwijya kwiyahena urupapuro rwabuhweju ngo rutwari singiro turakora nangwa no wakwenda kurwihamo kopi kurwoze mu turakora aho kana waro kwata ho ntujya kukimanye nahabwecho mugumisereze empapurezo nizo turakosora ruhindure abe nta kibango turamugirira mugaje mwe bari muno